After completing the Dyson Gen 5 and Gen 5 outsize reviews, we'll be looking at the best Dyson cordless vacuums in 2024 and beyond. This will be an updated video over the previous one I published several months back since this includes the newest Gen 5 models. This video will be an overview of Dyson cordless vacuums from the V7 up to the latest Gen 5 Detect series, the nuances of each generation, and how these will affect your decision making if you're looking for a Dyson product. I've spent countless hours testing these products to get this video done, so grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. First, let's go through each of the Dyson cordless vacuum generations. There are 5 different model segments. The early V-series models with a vertical aligned dustbin, namely the V7 and V8 models. Next in the hierarchy is the next generation V-series models with the horizontally aligned dustbins. These include the V10, V11, Outsize, and V15 Detect. The next segment are the lightweight alternatives, namely the V12 Detect, OmniGlide, and Micro 1.5 kg. Then there's the Gen 5 series, armed with the latest technology Dyson has to offer. Lastly is the V15 Submarine, which is the first wet-dry cordless vacuum Dyson has released based on the V15 framework but with a specialized dual roller nozzle that can pick up wet and dry messes. I have not tested the V15 Submarine, so I don't have any testing data, but I added it here for your reference. And I'll publish a review once I'm done testing it. Of course, there are nuances to these models, which we'll look at as we go along this video, so make sure to watch till the end. With every new release, Dyson has added features, some underwhelming, but others innovative, that enhance usability and efficiency, which I'll go through briefly. The first innovative feature was the adjustable gates, first seen in the Dyson V10. These are 2 open slots on both sides of the standard brush roll, enabling it to pick up larger debris piles better than something without it. This feature has been a fixture ever since, and you'll see it even on the latest Gen 5 series. The V11 further improved upon the V10's deficiencies with a longer runtime, the LCD display, and the auto setting where the motor increases suction when it detects more dirt. Next is the V15 Detect, where Dyson introduced 2 of its most helpful tools, namely the Laser Slim Roller and the Torque Screw tool. The Laser Slim Roller has a green laser that accentuates dust particles better than any LED-equipped nozzle I've tested. Almost invisible dust particles pop when the green laser flashes, even surface imperfections. The Torque Screw tool is the first one I've tested where hair doesn't wrap on the brush, which is an issue for a standard non-tapered mini turbo brush. It's the best I've tested at long hair strands on upholstery. The V15 Detect also introduces the piezo sensor and the readout on the LCD display, showing how much of each debris size it picks up. Whether this feature is helpful will depend on your preference. For me, it's a novelty that wears off after a while, and I find the Laser Slim Roller more helpful. The Gen 5 Detect series improves on this feature, doubling the brightness and revealing even more dust. Dyson also introduced a new model segment recently, focusing on ergonomics over power and cleaning performance. I put these in the same category despite having different model designations because these are all lightweight options. The Dyson V12 Detect is a lighter version of the V15 Detect with smaller dimensions, prioritizing ergonomics over anything else. It's the first full-sized option with a push-button switch and the best performing of its lightweight alternatives. The other 2 lightweight options are the OmniGlide and Micro 1.5 kg, but these are limited to cleaning hard floors since neither has a standard brush roll. Now let's look at the differentiators that may sway your decision. First and foremost is the size and weight difference, which is critical for Dyson products since most of them will clean efficiently on both surfaces. So the size and weight variance is more critical depending on how you'll use these products and where. I'll focus on the handheld weight since almost all Dyson cordless stick vacuums have the motor and dustbin on top. So I figure this will be a more accurate metric. I tried a luggage scale but couldn't get consistent results. The lightest option is a Dyson Micro 1.5 kg, weighing at 2 pounds and 0.9 ounces, which isn't surprising because of its tiny frame. Outside the V12 Detect, this is the best handheld alternative if you're looking for a double-purpose cordless vacuum for cleaning above floors. The next lightest is the Dyson OmniGlide at 2 pounds and 4.6 ounces, followed by the V7 Motorhead at 3 pounds and 0.5 ounces. Surprisingly, at least for me, the V12 Detect is lighter than the V8 Absolute at 3 pounds and 4 ounces. The 2 outsize options are the heaviest, tipping the scales at over 5 pounds. Another aspect connected to usability is the tools, primarily the floor nozzles. The latest full-size Dyson cordless vacuums, like the V15, Gen 5, and V12, come with two nozzles, a slim roller for cleaning hard floors, and a standard brush roll for carpets. Their name designations will vary, but the functionality is similar. However, lightweight hard floor-only alternatives like the OmniGlide and Micro only have the soft roller nozzle, limiting them to cleaning only hard floors. The OmniGlide is unique in that it has a dual roller nozzle with 360-degree steering that you can turn in any direction, so it's the best steering option. Older models like the V7, V10, and V11 only come with a standard nozzle, at least from what I've seen on Amazon. But always double check for sub-models that come with an extra soft roller attachment. As for above-floor tools, the V12 Detect and V15 Detect have the most, at least from the sub-models I got. Older models will get these standard tools, a combination tool, crevice tool, and mini turbo brush. The latest models will have newer attachments like the torque screw tool and a redesigned crevice tool tucked inside the extension tube. The latter is grandfathered into the latest V15 Absolute model. The Dyson Micro and OmniGlide have the least amount of tools, but always check with the merchant on exactly what you'll get since it will vary depending on the model. Next, we'll examine airflow and cleaning test results. These factors are connected since higher airflow cordless vacuums tend to pick up more debris. Factors like brush roll design are critical, but airflow is as important, especially for cleaning carpets. Airflow doesn't matter as much on hard floors since the soft roller attachment efficiently picks up debris, except if you need to clean crevices. However, it matters on carpet, especially deep cleaning. There's a correlation between high airflow and deep cleaning performance. So it's not surprising that Dyson's high airflow options are its best performers. Another factor to consider is whether you want the old chunky fluffy roller of the V8 or the newer slim roller with a green laser Dyson has introduced in its latest releases. I like the newer slim roller since it's more sleek and can fit better under tighter quarters, and dust pops when the green laser flashes, so I can see areas that need vacuuming. Another important consideration is how these vacuums clean hair. Most options were excellent at picking up short hair, except for the OmniGlide, where it barely got anything. Only the higher airflow options are better at resisting tangles from longer hair strands. Based on tests, the newer models like the V12 Detect, V15 Detect, Gen 5 Detect, and Outsize were among the best options on hard floors. However, one issue plaguing these newer options is hair wrapping on the axles, since there is a gap on both sides. This isn't an issue with the older fluffy attachment, but hair will still wrap on the roller. On carpet, the list narrows. The best performing options are strictly those with high airflow and the latest brush roll design with combs and notches wrapping around the brush. Models that have these features include the V15 Detect, Gen 5 Detect, and Gen 5 Outsize. These are the best at picking up hair above 9 inches, with minimal hair wrapping on the brush. The next deciding factor is the runtime variance. Dyson has been accurate with its claimed figures, and with the newer models, these numbers have been underrated as real-world tests exceed these claims, some by as much as 20 minutes. The Outsize is the best in the Eco setting, lasting over 85 minutes, but the Gen 5 Outsize is the best overall since it has 2 batteries, doubling the runtime to over 159 minutes. Also, it's the best in the Auto setting on carpet at over 51 minutes from the 2 batteries. Another factor is the battery detachability. All of the latest full-size Dyson stick vacuums have detachable batteries. The models that don't have a detachable battery include the older ones like the V7, V8, V10, and the earlier releases of the V11. For the newer releases, only the Micro 1.5 kg doesn't have a detachable battery. Lastly, we'll look at the noise levels. For the sake of time, I'll focus on the results from the standard brush roll since it's typically the noisier tool. Most Dyson options are noisy. The newer releases range between 70 and 80 decibels, but the Gen 5 Detect is the noisiest option, reaching the 80 decibel range in the Auto setting, and was close to 90 decibels in the Max setting. Older models, including the V7 and V8, are less noisy, at least in the lowest setting. So which Dyson cordless vacuum is the best? Again, as what I've said in previous videos, that would depend on several factors. How much are you willing to spend? Do you need to clean carpets extensively? Do you live in a big home? Do you have pets? Answering these questions will be critical in your decision. If you ask me, the best value options are Dyson V15 and V12 Detect, given their current price. Since there isn't much airflow upgrade in the latest Gen 5 series, there's little cleaning performance improvement. The V15 and V12 are already excellent, especially with surface dirt. So the only reason I could think of that you should upgrade is if you want the latest features like the new fluffy optic nozzle, or opt for the V12 if you want a lighter weight vacuum. I'd only recommend the outsize options if you need the extra capacity or runtime, but that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Watch these videos to learn more about the latest Dyson Gen 5 series products, and I'll see you in the next video.